Is a tag. Now, an example of a tag is the HTML, the header, the title, the body, the H1, and the P. Now, a tag are elements named surrounded by an angle bracket. So everything in that angle bracket right there is that tags and also called an element too. And note that tags usually have an opening and closing. Not all, but most of them do. Now, let's talk about the H1 tag. Now, the H1 tag is like the big brother in the family because there are 6. Now, the H1 tag is mostly big, bold, and usually we use it for the title of the website. So when you go to a website and you see that big name, yeah, most times it's an H1. Now, the H1 has H2, which is much smaller, not that bold as the H1. Then also has the H3, H4, H5, and H6. H6 is the smallest and it's not bold at all. The H2 tag marks the first subheading after your document main heading, that's the H1. The second level heading on your page. So next time, if you're reading an article or you're reading a blog site, you notice you have the main heading, then the subheading. Yes, that basically is the H2. That's what we use it for. Then you have the H3. Basically, most times you might just end up using only the H1, H2, and H3. You might not end up using the H4 and H5 and H6, but it depends on you. Seriously, all depends on you. Why is the H1, H2 important? They're usually called heading. Why are they important? Well, number one, search engine use the heading to index the structure and content of your web page. Number two, users skim your page by its heading. Yeah, like sometimes when you go to a website and you're checking the heading, does it make sense to you? If it doesn't, you scroll off. If it's something enticing, you're going to click on it and read your article. Now, step 3, coming down to step 3, heading should be used for main heading, followed by like the H2 heading, then the H3, the less heading. So basically, you start with the most important heading with mostly the H1, go down to H2, then H3. But as I said earlier, it depends on you. You might not end up using the H3 and H4 and the others. Now let's talk about the P tag. Defines a paragraph of a text. It's a block level element and always starts on a new line before and after each paragraph. So each time you go onto a blog post and you're reading text, just know that those texts were wrapped up in a P tag, and the P represent a paragraph. So most of the times the texts are always wrapped up in a P paragraph. Hey, and if you like this video, just go ahead and follow me, like, and comment. I'd like to know what next I talk about. Thanks for watching.